if you've added it up, but I have. I've added up all your plus points and the minus points as well. Scored a total of 1,275 points this weekend, come out of it with 1,025. Looks to me like he had 5 first trees and got a part of a 6th coon this weekend or whatever. Tell us a little bit about how he's been operating so far for you this week, and what you might expect out of him this evening, considering the weather and everything we have.
Well, he's just a pretty consistent dog. He usually gets off by himself and has a coon, and when he does, he usually has a coon. And if he ain't doing something, he'll cover another dog. He's not bashful. He's just a good old dog, and I like him.
What do you think your chances are tonight, or what is there a certain dog in this cast that you think is going to be the dog to beat, or what are your thoughts on that?
Everybody knows the dog is Big D to beat, so we just got to go out here and do the best that the dog can do, and if we beat him, we beat him, and if he beats us, then congratulations to him.
All righty, Todd Hill, same question. I'm not sure.
About the hunt.
Yeah.
All right. She's pretty consistent, like he said about his dog. She likes to get off by herself. She's done it a few times this week. She likes to be the first dog in on a tree. She might be a touch jealous as far as coming into another dog that's got a coon tree, but she will. Good dog, you know.
Yeah, I noticed here
solid.
On the notes I made right here, it looks like she scored a total of 975 this weekend in plus points on 5 coon, 2 on Thursday, which she treed 2 of the 3 in the cast on Thursday, and then looks like last night had first on the only 2 coons you scored. Tell us about last night's hunt a little bit.
That was pretty easy. We had some dogs get scratched on a possum. It wasn't pretty. She wasn't acting right at all last night. I don't know if she was sick or what, but she wasn't feeling right. But anyways, she didn't come in on the tree till after we got there, and we ended up going back out alone, and she treated 2 coon and run the time out.
Is she feeling better today, and you think she's all right, and you comfortable with it, confident in her tonight, or are you a little concerned about her not feeling too well maybe?
I'm a little concerned about her. She don't really act herself. She's usually got more energy, but we've been trying to get her back on her feet.
All righty, Robert. It looks like about the same thing. Hammer scored on 5 coon this weekend, and Thursday it looks like also had you scored on 3 coons in the cast, and he had 2 of them on his own. And then same thing last night, had first on 2 of the 3 that you scored last night. And I noticed you did take a little bit of minus this weekend. You took the least of only 25 minus all weekend or whatever. Tell us a little bit more about your hunt this weekend and what you expect or hope out of him tonight.
He'll get by himself a whole lot. With the minus come into play, we had to turn back into dog's run. And the dogs end up running it in the ground. We end up having a call. They put 8 minutes on them. 8 minutes got them. Then end up calling time out to move. That's how it played out. Pretty much, he'll usually get by himself quite a bit, more than not.
Never did ask you, how is Hammer bred?
He's a Cow Creek Clint, and Jack and River female on the bottom side.
All right. Brian, didn't ask you either. What about Big D? Never did ask you how he's bred.
He's really not bred up out of anything really too special or anything real popular these days. It's just a lot of old-time blood in him, and just a lot of good old hounds in his background.
Have you guys been breeding him any at all or not?
Yeah, we've bred him some here, starting to get to where we're breeding more and more all the time, and kind of backed off of it here right now for a little bit, but we've been collecting him a good bit and just a little bit of natural breeding at the same time.
All right, I'm looking at some of your scorecards from the weekend or whatever. Looks like you scored a total of 875 this weekend on 4 coon. Thursday night, treat the only coon you scored on Thursday, and then last night you same thing, first and first only 2 you scored last night. Tell us a little bit about your hunt this weekend.
I don't think we've hunted on any feeder buckets this week. You know, we've went to just a lot of natural hunting, and which has probably been good for me. He's going to get in there hard and deep, and he's going to find a coon no matter how he gets it.
What about tonight? Considering the weather, we might be with this duck weather we're having here. I don't know. Do you think that's going to have any effect on the dog, or maybe more importantly, you as the handler?
I'd say as long as I can hear him, we'll treat one.
Okay. Give us some final thoughts on tonight's or the overall event and tonight's hunt.
Well, it's been a long week. My dog's tired. I'm probably more tired. But all in all, it's been a good world hunt. A lot better than I expected. All the guides and judges have been pretty good. We've been in coons every time we've turned loose, and everybody's been pretty helpful. I think it's been a good event.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. You know, especially a lot of the guys from up there in my area or whatever kind of expect to come down here and maybe not do as well if you really look at the overall picture of it or whatever. If you look at all the scorecards Thursday, I think everybody came back with plus points except for 2 casts, 1 cast actually, and then the second round, you know, it was good to see everybody but 2 dogs went out and scored coons again. So it's not that they don't have the coons here, because they do. But all right, Robert, same thing. Final thoughts on tonight's hunt and the whole weekend.
Tonight's hunt, I'd say we're going to be pretty wet. I'm about like him. If we can hear the dogs, I believe we're going to do pretty good. As far as overall weekend, I've been in a lot of good casts over the weekend, a lot of good judges, a lot of good people, period. Everybody that's been in the cast showed real good sportsmanship. That means a lot to me. As far as the handlers go, everybody got along. It was really good cast.
All right, Todd?
Yeah, we had really good guides and judges, I thought. You know, they did a real good job. Kept us in tune. It's been a good event for me. I've been in a few, and this one here probably tops it.
All right, Brent, same question.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the guys that have guided me, because they've done a real good job. I was coming down here expecting not to treat but maybe 1 or 2 coons. So maybe someday if this world hunts in Ohio, we can return the favor to you guys. And the judging's been great.
All right, I think that's about going to wrap it up as far as our interview.